Hey, it's Gerald Griffith here again at Guide to 575 doing another community spotlight. And this time we're bringing you something a little different. We're here at a locally run barbershop, MSF Barbershop, here with Messiah, the owner, and we're excited to have a chance to learn more about the shop, its history, who it's servicing, and all about what they offer here, so you can feel free to come by and check them out on your own. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. About yourself?
It's hot.
It's always hot in Georgia.
It's hot.
Yeah.
So how long you all been here?
We've been here since the week of Easter.
Wow, so you're just really getting started real good.
Just getting started.
And how's it going so far?
It's been going well. The community's been good to us so far. A lot of walk-ins.
Okay.
And a lot of my old clients have been showing up and driving over and supporting us.
Well, that's always a good thing. That's a good sign.
Good sign.
That's a good sign. I think it's probably one of the telltale signs. You know how you did is when you relocate or move, do the people come with you and follow, or do they just go somewhere else?
Exactly. They've been loyal. So I've been blessed at that.
Well, I can appreciate that. I had a brother who was a barber for some time, and I know he enjoyed doing it until he moved on to some other things. So I know it's a lot of work that goes into it and everything. So what should people think of as far as you being a new barber in the community? Are there any particular services that you specialize in, or do you just do haircuts, or what do you offer so far?
Right now we're offering all type of haircuts, designs. We are all master barbers here, so we color hair. We do eyebrows. We will have someone that'll be doing lashes. She'll be starting August 1st.
Okay.
Any type of hairstyles as far as twisting, dreads, locks, retwists. We have stylists here as well doing that. So we're basically trying to be a one-stop shop for everybody.
Well, that's a lot. Now, for those who may or may not be aware, when you say master barber versus barber, what is the differentiation between the two?
Basically, the hair coloring, using a razor. We do razor shaves as well. Skin with the cream. We do facials. So a lot of different techniques besides just cutting hair.
Okay, so to get the master level, you have to do additional training and things like that to qualify for that.
Exactly.
Okay, that's great. So you offer things for kids as well. I know earlier when I came in, I saw a younger guy here getting his hair cut. So you cover a wide range of ages as well.
All ages, yep. As long as your kid can sit still. As long as the kid can sit still, we're able to service the kid. But we also offer, what we're going to be doing soon is on Sundays offering classes in here for kids that want to learn how to cut.
Okay,
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that.
So on Sundays from 5 to 7, we will start promoting kids that want to learn how to cut hair as long as they have their own equipment, their own clippers.
Okay.
They could bring their own clippers. They could bring a friend that's going to allow them to cut, or we're going to offer a mannequin for those kids that want to learn how to cut. So we're going to teach them, because a lot of people cut, but they don't know what they're actually doing.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I hope it's a place where friendships are built, not ended.
Yep. So I said, bring a friend. You know what I mean? Somebody,
a good friend.
A good friend. You know what I mean?
A forgiving friend.
Exactly. I have a forgiving heart. But yeah, definitely.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I know obviously if you start in April, this is your first time going through the summer months.
Yes.
And we're in that season where school's starting back, and you got other events that are obviously holidays and things coming up toward the end of the year. Are there any particular, I know you mentioned there's someone starting August 1st, I think, for some additional services that you have. Are there other things on tap this year?
Well, yeah, right now what we're going to be doing on Sunday, July 31st, coming up, we're going to offer free school supplies.
Okay.
And we're also going to have free food, and we'll be in here cutting hair as well. So just something for the community to meet us and we meet them.
Okay, now don't just come up here for the food. Come up here and support
the
barber shop.
Yeah, support the shop.
There's a Kroger next door if you're not getting your haircut. But
exactly.
No, that's great. I like to see that you're engaging the community and inviting people out to be a part of that, and offering some things that they may not see ordinarily in terms of some of the local businesses. So it's an exciting thing. I'm glad to have you here, and I just came across you while in the shopping center visiting some others. But one of your barbers here stepped out and spoke to me, so we were able to set something up, and I'm glad to have an opportunity to come by and showcase that there's a local resource. We're located right here on Highway 92 in the shopping center with Kroger near Woodstock Furniture over there, so it's very convenient to get to. The location is great. It's very well lighted and everything, and clean and organized, and I think that's a nice thing, that when you walk into a facility and it's welcoming. I didn't even walk in and I was welcome. Hey, whenever you need something, come see us.
The barber ran out and jumped at you like, hey, we're over here. But that's what we're doing out here, and that was my whole focus of being in this shopping center. Foot traffic. It's people out here, so there's no reason for us not to come out and greet everybody, because this is just part one to the bigger plan, which is for me to actually open up a school.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. You beat me to it, though. That's okay. So tell me a little bit about your vision for moving beyond just having the shop itself, but to opening up opportunities for other people.
Well, I just know that I can reach more people and help more people if we can actually be able to teach more people. Okay.
So, and what is the focus of this school? Because I know there are other like cosmetology schools, but a lot of times they're not necessarily focused on barbering per se. They're more, women's hair care and styles and things like that. At least when I've gone in there, I've not seen on barbering. I've always just seen other hair.
Right. Well, the goal is to allow the children out here in Ackworth that we've met some high schoolers that's definitely interested, and this shop is minimum size for us to be able to reach as many people as we want to be able to reach. And all of the barbers here, like I said, we master barbers, so we are trying to take barbering to as far as we can go. So just cutting hair is not going to be enough for us. We're trying to service the whole community and just open up as many doors as we can for future barbers.
No, that's amazing. As far as you being open, I notice you have some availability as far as people who may be looking for opportunity to barber. What are some of the requirements? I know you mentioned master barbers. Is that one of the prerequisites for someone who may want to come be a part of this operation, or not?
No, you don't have to walk in as a master barber. We'll take apprentice. You definitely could do that. Stylists are welcome as well. And I will be reaching out to some of the schools in Atlanta, some even in Douglasville that I've already been in communication with, Kennesaw. They have some students that we've already spoken to that are commuting right now back and forth, and they actually want to get their feet wet as far as actually cutting in the shop. That's a different type of feel when you actually cutting in the shop is like the showroom floor. Like you're under pressure because everybody's watching you, you know what I mean? So it's different from school. So we definitely would love to get the young kids that are actually in school for this. And as long as they got the will and the passion and they got the personality, we're a laid back shop. It's a family shop here, so we don't do the profanity and that type of stuff. It's, real family orientated. So if the attitude fits the team, we definitely welcome anybody that's wanting and has that drive to become a barber.
Awesome. So if they're interested in either the services side of it or the opportunity side of it, how do they reach out to you?
They can give us a call. The shop number is 404-771-1844. Or you can reach me directly at 404-246-3139.
Okay. And then you take it from there?
Yep, take it from there. You can follow me on Instagram at MSF the Barber. Got a good little following. Love to meet people through that and see where it goes from there.
Well, that's great. Well, I know in the groups I'm in, so I'm in Facebook, people are oftentimes asking if there's a barber in the area. I visited ones down in Kennesaw and all the way up in Canton, but it was great to come across one right here in the area. And it was convenient to my son's school, so I was able to easily bring him by and have his first visit as well.
Exactly.
So he probably didn't plan on being a part of my video back there, but that's okay. He's a good sport with that type of thing. But you touched on something as far as the environment itself, and I think it's a subtle thing sometimes. Is Sometimes people try to make things so relaxed that where it's not always a comfortable setting for people to come in feeling like they can bring the little kids and things like that. And so I think to have an environment that's very clean, very well lit, it's not taken over with 50 TV screens or loud music or things like that. And so I would encourage anyone to stop by here and check it out for yourself, even if you just walk in just to see the space, introduce yourself. They're gonna say something to you before you say something to them. So as soon as you hit that door, I can promise you. And it seems like a small thing, but I think I was telling you all when I stopped by the first time, one of my visits to an area barber, I literally stood with my son in the lobby area, the waiting spot, for more than 10 minutes, and no one said a word to us.
Well, we're gonna meet you when you get out your car.
I know, I didn't even get on the sidewalk. It's like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? Now they're gonna get busy, so they probably won't have time to do that for everyone, but once you hit this door, I can promise you somebody's gonna say something to you and ask you, you know, how they can help you and invite you to have a seat while you wait and things like that. So I think that is a very good thing. I think it's off to a great start. I love the idea of offering the classes, because I don't think I've ever heard of anyone that is a service provider really opening that up in the barbering area. That if you want to learn how to do this, then bring your clipper set in and you'll spend some time with them for that as well.
Yeah, I really feel passionate about, you know, having a trade. I've worked, you know, in corporate America, Coca-Cola and Delta, and as an IT professional, both jobs were outsourced. And I got tired of the restart, you know what I mean? So I just said I'll get a trade, and since I've got the trade and went to school, got licensed, I mean, I've been on my own schedule, and everybody with me is on their own schedule. And it's just a different feeling, you know, just working for yourself. You know what I mean? It's a different feeling. So I think that if more kids had that opportunity, I think even the community would be better. It'd probably be less crime. You know what I mean? If you can figure out how to feed yourself, you wouldn't have to commit so many crimes. Right?
Awesome. Well, those are some very, very good points. I always say, you know, in the hours part, when I hear about that, I was like, you know, people think that you kind of work for yourself and you work less. No, you actually work more.
You work more.
A lot more. But what happens is you're spending time doing something you chose to do. You're spending time doing something hopefully you enjoy doing. And it's not the same strain as, say, a corporate type setting where you're in the cubicle and someone's trying to count the beans that you produce every day. And hey, all power out there for those who are great with those type of settings. I know the experiences to say, hey, I made some decisions, and yes, I may work longer, but there's nothing like that feeling of getting it done and feeling like you were able to push through. And if you end up with a great team of people as well, then that's just a bonus right there. And so definitely having flexibility is something important. So any last words before we wrap up? Anything you want people to know about?
No, just besides July 31st, this Sunday coming up, free school supplies, free food. Just come out, meet and greet us. We'd love to have you at the shop, be your permanent barbers in a location over here. Just look forward to meeting people, and hopefully when we start the classes, if you have any talent skills and you've been cutting your friends at your home, want to get out and cut on the floor, we'd be more than happy to offer that service and teach you guys, you know, a little more about what you're trying to do.
Okay. Are there ages? Like what ages do they need to be?
I mean, I would guess that if you using clippers and not scissors and stuff in your head, I mean, I would, high school, you know what I mean? You should have your own clippers if you're cutting, you know what I mean? So I would say about high school. I have had some people hit me on TikTok and Instagram and ask me, and they were really young. I asked them, do they have their own clippers? They say no. So it kind of, you know, but you have to bring your own clippers to the shop.
Okay, so we're gonna say what, like 14, like around 14 or so.
If you got your own clippers, I would say you have to be at least in high school.
Okay,
that's
fair
guesstimation, you know.
Some people don't know when you just say kids.
Yeah, okay, so let's just say high school. If you're in high school and you're cutting hair, we let it, have you come on a Sunday and let's see what you can really do.
I think that alone that alone says a lot.
Yeah.
That you're not, closed in just about, everybody that you can service and sell something. It's like, hey, you want to give back, you want to create that opportunity for people to learn.
Yeah.
And I think by extension, people still come to you.
Yeah, definitely.
They just feel better about the craft. And not to mention, if they've gotten that lesson, and you've got your barber school going on.
Exactly.
If they have that interest, I agree with you 100% about the whole trade thing.
Yeah.
Is you can't outsource your haircut.
You can't do that.
You can't outsource your haircut.
Once you got your license, can't nobody take it away from you. Only you can. You know what I mean? And then when you love what you do, it's not even a job anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
Well, you've heard it, and you're invited to stop by. We're gonna, of course, post a link and references along with this video, so please be sure to check it out. Stop by, visit, attend some of the classes. If you've got young people that are in high school that are look into the Sunday opportunities for them to come and learn some. They will need their own clippers, like it's already been said, but the opportunity for them to engage using their hands for some good things is always a positive. And I appreciate your time.
I appreciate your
this
time.
afternoon.
Thank you for coming in. And we really appreciate it.
All right, well, that's another community spotlight here on God to 575. Always look forward to more, and we'll see you soon.
Yep, awesome. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
All right, bro.